Factor Uncensored. Changes are coming to the Social Security Administration starting August 18th. Make note of that, especially if you have aging parents or you're a senior yourself. People will no longer be able to call the agency to check on the status of their Social Security check or change their address. The alternative options: check online or go in person to an office. Now, according to reports, it takes 35 days to book an appointment at one of the offices. In this Factor Silver Alert, our next guests share advice on the policy change. And joining us now here on the Factor Uncensored, we have with us Dr. Dietrich von Biedenfeld and Lucy Petry. Glad to see you both here. We are concerned about the senior citizens in our community and around the country. Some changes in Social Security we thought very important to let them know. What are some of those changes that they need to know by August, Dr. von Biedenfeld?
Absolutely. And these April discussions are now being rolled out for implementation, where renewed security and increased security measures will require verification, whether it be changes of bank accounts or updates to even simple aspects of address, to be done in person or via technology. And of course, we know this is going to be extra problematic because while this may only impact 0.0002% of calls, again, out of 110,000 calls, less than 2 were found to be highly problematic or probably fraudulent. These changes will require additional verification, and again, only to be done in person or via web portal.
And we're talking about senior citizens here. Many of them rely on their Social Security benefits. How difficult will this be for them, Lucy? Having to leave their homes, some may not even have transportation or family members or friends to rely on to go down to the Social Security Administration, or the capability of working a computer to do this.
Exactly. We know that the elderly are not as computer savvy as newer generations, and it will definitely be a burden for them. And we also have mobility issues, elderly folk who are in rural areas. And not only they may have to travel a long way to get to a Social Security office, but also it is estimated that this will impact approximately 3.4 million individuals. Can you imagine what the lines are going to be like? It's difficult for a younger person already to wait for hours at a governmental office. I can't imagine what that would be like for an elderly individual.
And Dr. von Biedenfeld, have we seen, like with many other federal entities, staff reductions? Did we see that at the Social Security Administration? Will this be a nightmare, having seniors come down and there may not even be enough staffers to address the issue?
Absolutely. We've seen planned location closures, staff reductions. So these reductions in force have already, with other changes, resulted in 3 times the wait for other changes that have been done in the past under this administration already. And it's sort of counterintuitive given the streamlining, for example, TSA. We're looking at not having to take our shoes off. We're looking at streamlining many of these security theater practices that we know do not actually prevent harmful acts. Similarly here, we're just going to increase time because of, as you mentioned, reduced staff, reduced locations. And as Lucy mentioned, a lot of these individuals have chosen to retire rurally, and they have mobility issues, ADA issues, perhaps with even being able to view the screen properly on the computer. It's just a host of problems that are not really dealing with something that is a probable harm.
And what happens if the seniors are not able to make these visits or the changes by computer? Do they lose their benefits? What? Either one of you?
I don't expect that they will lose benefits, but there will certainly be delays in benefits. There was discussion earlier this year that the Social Security recipients were going to have to recertify their eligibility, but that has been walked back. So I do not expect them to lose their benefits, but certainly expect delays.
And harms. I mean, if you're changing your bank account because there was actual fraud on that checking account, and now you're having to accept deposits of your Social Security benefits into an account that's been breached, that then creates another layer of problems.
Absolutely. I can recall doing reports when many of the paper checks stopped going out, and then seniors had to get ready for that. That was a nightmare, and that was a time when they were fully staffed. So this will be interesting to watch. Any advice for seniors out there? You know, should they prepare for this? Because this will begin in August.
August 8th. Yeah, I would definitely get assistance perhaps from other family members in case you do need to make these changes.
And you might schedule a sort of a preventive appointment, knowing that there's a 30 to 40-day delay. You might also see people gaming the system by scheduling otherwise legitimate appointments and trying to tack on other sort of meeting points within that. So sort of saying, let me just hold my spot in line. And if I don't need it, I can always cancel it the day of, thereby actually creating a further backlog.
Mhm.